Hello, my amazing learners. Today we will learn English through a podcast. So please listen to this podcast.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the place you come to where we take your sources and really pull out the key nuggets of knowledge and insight. Today, we're diving into something maybe a little different, but really useful. It's a transcript from a YouTube video.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's called Learn English Quickly with Podcast English Learning Conversation, Episode 1 from the English Podcast Zone.
Okay, so English learning. Our mission today, then, is probably to unpack some practical, everyday English usage.
Exactly.
Focusing on how people really talk, Especially in those slightly awkward, very common social situations.
Yeah.
You want to pull out useful phrases, maybe some strategies, so you can navigate those real-world conversations with a bit more confidence, feel more fluent.
Totally. And you know that feeling when you run into someone you know you've met, maybe even had a good chat.
Oh, don't remind me.
But their name, it's just gone, vanished.
They're the worst.
It's universally embarrassing, right? Well, our source today actually kicks off by throwing us right into one of those moments.
Perfect. Learn by example.
We're going to hear a short dialogue now. It features two characters, Nick and Anna. Nick bumps into Anna, remembers meeting her at a conference.
The classic scenario.
But yeah, you guessed it. He's completely blanked on her name. Oh, Nick. So listen closely to how this whole thing unfolds. They talk about where their offices are, some chat about foreign investments, someone's in a hurry, they exchange cards, and then there's that moment.
The name moment.
Yep. We'll play it at a natural, faster speed first. Don't worry if you don't catch every single word right away. Just get the gist.
You'll get it by the end, we promise.
Okay, here it is. Nick, how's it going? Anna? Oh, hey. What are you doing in this neighborhood? Do you live around here? Nick? Actually, my office is right around the corner. It was great to meet you last week at the conference. I really enjoyed our conversation about foreign investment. Anna. Yeah, it was really interesting. I'm in a bit of a hurry, but here's my card. We should definitely meet up again and continue our discussion. Nick. Sure, you still have my contact details, right? Anna. You know what? This is really embarrassing, but your name has just slipped my mind. Can you remind me? Nick. Sure, my name is Anna Ferris. Anna, don't worry about it. It happens to me all the time. I'm terrible with names, too. Okay, let's unpack that.
Yeah, that is so relatable.
Right. And the source is great because it's full of the exact language you need for moments like this. So let's dig into some key takeaways, some phrases that really stood out. First one, Anna says, I'm in a bit of a hurry. Now, we all know in a hurry, moving fast, no time. But what about that bit of a da? It seems small, but it feels important somehow.
It really is. It's a fantastic little softener, isn't it? Saying I'm in a bit of a hurry just makes it sound less abrupt.
Okay.
Less harsh than just I'm in a hurry. It signals politeness. Like a little regret that you don't have more time.
Like a conversational cushion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about being fast.
Yeah.
It's signaling, hey, I value this chat, but something else is pressing right now.
Right.
You'll hear it all the time. Genuinely rushing or just, needing to politely wrap up a conversation when you're short on time.
That makes perfect sense. It's like preserving the connection while still being clear. Okay, next up. Nick asks, you still have my contact details, right? Now, contact details, that's pretty straightforward. Phone number, email, all that stuff.
Yep, the basics.
But what's the sort of broader etiquette here, or the implication when this phrase comes up, especially in like a business or networking situation?
Yeah, that's where the nuance is. The term itself is simple, sure, but using it, it's all about efficiency, really. Professional, social efficiency. Contact details is just the standard, no-fuss way to talk about all the info someone needs to follow up. In business, it's about enabling the next step, future collaboration, whatever.
Right.
And the way it's offered or asked often matters. Like Nick asking, you still have my contact details, right? It implies there's already a connection, or at least the desire for one to continue.
It's like a little nudge towards future interaction.
Exactly. It's more than just a list of info. It's building a bridge.
All right. And now, the star of the show, maybe, in terms of awkwardness anyway, slipped my mind.
Yes.
The source actually mentions this can sound kind of funny or weird if you're not a native speaker,
I can see that.
but it just means you accidentally forgot something. What's really interesting, though, is its function. How is saying it slipped my mind different from just, I forgot?
Oh, that's a great question. It's such a beautiful example of indirectness in English.
Indirectness. How so?
Well, instead of a blunt "I forgot," which can sometimes sound a bit, careless, maybe even apathetic.
Yeah, maybe a little accusatory even, depending on the context.
Right. Slip my mind frames the forgetting as almost involuntary, like something that happened to your mind, not something you actively failed to do.
Okay. It removes some of the personal responsibility.
Kind of. It softens the admission, makes it more apologetic, and often it invites empathy from the other person. You often see it paired with a little shrug or a slight, apologetic expression.
Like saying, oh, silly me, my brain just hiccuped.
Precisely. It's the linguistic equivalent of that, a momentary lapse.
That's brilliant for just smoothing things over socially. Okay, so we've got these phrases, these individual bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But how do we build a fluent, natural-sounding house with them? Especially when you're trying to navigate a new place or talk about where things are. Let's look at those location phrases we heard.
Good idea.
Anna asks Nick, do you live around here? And Nick says, my office is right around the corner. The source also mentions around there.
Right. 3 related but distinct phrases.
Yeah, what's the subtle difference between around here, right around the corner, and around there that helps you sound, more natural?
Okay, great question. Around here is all about proximity to where you are right now. Your current spot. It's immediate.
Like, is there a bank around here? Meaning close to me.
Exactly. Now, right around the corner intensifies that closeness. It means really close, often literally just, on the next street or block. Very walkable, maybe even visible.
There's a great cafe right around the corner.
Perfect example. And then around there is the interesting one. It refers to being near a place that was already mentioned or is understood in the conversation, not necessarily where you are now.
Okay, so the reference point changes.
Exactly. So if we were talking about, say, Chicago, I might say, oh, Chicago's great. I used to live around there. When near Chicago, not near us right now.
Got it. That distinction is really key. It's not just distance, it's the anchor point. Okay, now, we also heard Anna say, I'm terrible with names too.
A class.
The phrase terrible with just means being bad at something. But people use it so often in English. What's the sort of social job it's doing? Why say I'm terrible with X instead of just I'm bad at X?
Yeah, it's more than just stating a lack of skill, isn't it? Terrible with often functions as self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
Or even a way to build rapport.
How so?
When you say, oh, I'm terrible with names or directions or whatever, you're not just admitting a weakness. You're often kind of inviting a shared chuckle or a nod of understanding. Yeah, me too.
Okay. It implies it's more of a personal quirk, maybe, something you've just accepted about yourself.
Exactly. It's like saying, this is just a thing about me.
Oh, I can relate. I am terrible with numbers. Seriously, ask me to add anything more complicated than 2 + 2 and my brain just freezes.
See? And for me, it's faces. I'm genuinely terrible with faces. Sometimes I'll meet someone, have a whole conversation, and then see them later. And then they change their hair slightly. I'm like, have we met?
Oh.
It happens. But saying I'm terrible with faces feels less bad than just thinking I don't remember people. It's a common way to express that self-awareness about something you struggle with. It invites empathy, not judgment.
Totally. Makes it relatable. Okay, so we've pulled apart quite a bit of the language from that dialogue. Before we jump into some real-world application stuff, let's quickly touch on one simple phrase that really signals natural fluency. How's it going?
Yes. The opener.
Nick uses it right at the start. Why is this such a, go-to phrase?
It just sounds easy, doesn't it? Relaxed, how are you? It's perfectly fine, grammatically correct, all that.
Sure.
But how's it going? Feels more casual, less formal. It's perfect for bumping into friends, acquaintances, colleagues you know reasonably well.
Yeah, it feels less like an interview question.
Exactly. It's just smoother in many everyday situations.
Yeah.
Makes you sound more like a native speaker in those casual chats. Very versatile.
Okay, good tip. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the actual situation. Forgetting someone's name. It's common, happens to everyone, but it's always embarrassing.
Always. That internal panic.
Oh, yeah. I still cringe thinking about this one time. Family reunion. My cousin brought her new husband.
Okay.
And I called him by the wrong name for the entire weekend. Consistently.
Oh, no. Did no one correct you?
Apparently not. I kept thinking it'll come to me, and it never did. By Sunday brunch, I was resorting to just sort of pointing and saying, "Hey, you."
Wow, that's bold.
It was awful.
Yeah.
So, what are some actual practical tricks, especially if you're in, say, a business setting where, "Hey, you," probably isn't the best strategy?
Definitely not.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, in a business context, you need grace, quick thinking. One really effective strategy: politely ask for their business card.
Ah, smooth.
You can frame it like, "Oh, I'd love to connect on LinkedIn. Do you happen to have a card?" Or, "I just want to make sure I have your current details." Name's usually right there.
Smart. Okay, what else?
Another one is to ask them to write down their email address. Say you want to send them something. Often the full name is part of the email address itself.
Ah, clever. Using the email format.
Yep. Or if you're in a group, you could try introducing them to someone else. Like, "Well, have you met my colleague Sarah? Sarah, this is," and then pause, hoping they'll jump in with their name.
The strategic pause. Risky, though. What if they don't bite?
It is a bit risky. If they don't, or if these other tricks fail, sometimes the best thing is just to own it politely. "I'm so sorry we met at the conference, but your name has just slipped my mind. Could you remind me?"
Just bite the bullet.
Yeah. It's a little awkward for a second, but honestly, it's usually much better than guessing wrong or avoiding them entirely. These are things you can actually use to navigate those moments with a bit more confidence.
That's brilliant advice. Owning the lapse is probably way less stressful in the long run than letting the anxiety build up. Okay, so you've heard the dialogue once. We've broken down the key phrases, the location words, the natural greetings, the strategies for awkwardness.
We've dissected it pretty thoroughly.
Yeah. So now we're going to play that same dialogue one last time at its natural speed again. Listen now for how much more you understand, how those phrases like "in a bit of a hurry" or "slipped my mind" land differently now you know the subtext. Notice how Anna and Nick actually navigate that common challenge.
See if you can spot all the things we talked about.
Okay, here it is one more time. Nick, how's it going? Anna, oh hey, what are you doing in this neighborhood? Do you live around here? Nick, actually my office is right around the corner. It was great to meet you last week at the conference. I really enjoyed our conversation about foreign investment. Anna, yeah, it was really interesting. You know, I'm in a bit of a hurry, but here's my card. We should definitely meet up again and continue our discussion. Nick, sure, you still have my contact details, right? Anna, you know what, this is really embarrassing, but your name has just slipped my mind. Can you remind me? Nick, sure, my name is Anna Ferris. Anna! Don't worry about it. It happens to me all the time. I'm terrible with names, too.
See, it feels much clearer now, doesn't it? Once you understand the sort of social cues and the functions behind those everyday phrases.
Yeah, totally.
It really reinforces the idea that fluency isn't just about knowing lots of words. It's about understanding how to use them in context, navigating that social landscape with confidence.
Yeah. So, what does this all really mean, then? We've dug into specific English phrases in a bit of a hurry, contact details, slipped my mind, and explored their subtle jobs in conversation.
And pragmatic functions, yeah.
Right. We've also looked at making speech flow better with location phrases, natural greetings like "how's it going?" And maybe most importantly, we've armed you with some actual social tactics for handling those
directly from that source dialogue.
Exactly. We hope this deep dive has given you a bit of a shortcut, maybe, to being better informed about practical English for just everyday interactions, especially those slightly awkward but totally normal moments like forgetting a name.
Because understanding the language isn't just about vocabulary lists. It's really about navigating the social world with confidence, with empathy, and maybe a dash of grace.
Absolutely. So, for your final thought, consider this. We live in a world where we're constantly meeting new people, right? Networking, social events, whatever.
Sure.
Information overload sometimes. Is the act of actually admitting you forgot a name and then being graciously reminded, is that maybe a more profound way to build a connection than trying desperately to remember every single detail perfectly?
Interesting question.
Anna Ferris, in the dialogue, she handled it beautifully. She just said, "Don't worry about it. It happens to me all the time. I'm terrible with names too."
Right. She met awkwardness with empathy.
Exactly. So what does her response tell us about the power of that empathy, maybe even vulnerability in communication? And how might embracing that little bit of human imperfection, like forgetting a name, actually foster stronger connections in the long run?